So how have you seen this whole industry change? Like I love talking to you because you have seen such the progression, you kind of were there in the early days. How have you seen things sort of change over the last like 5 years?
Oh my goodness. Like what total 180 of change.
Yeah.
Well, I'm like, where to begin? Well, definitely gone are the days of like those one-off transactional posts where it's like,
Mm.
and then also I think, I mean, some brands are still struggling with this, but learning that content takes time. There's like so much production value and time and effort, and like there's so many things behind the scenes that people don't realize. I think more people are becoming educated because everyone to some extent is an influencer or creator, but learning brands understanding that creators need to be properly compensated for their work.
Mm.
uh, I mean, like, sadly, I'm still witnessing some brands that are like, oh, like product for posts. I'm like, excuse me, products don't pay the mortgage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
You're like, I called my landlord and they don't accept lipsticks as payment. Sorry.
exactly. So that's definitely something that I've learned, or that I've like witnessed.
Mm.
Also the shift of like I think the fact that so many creators are becoming essentially spokespeople for these brands,
Mm.
like their own like line of co-branded products, and like they're
Yeah.
becoming an extension of the brand. They're essentially like their own, like they're almost like the brand's CMO. Um,
Yeah. That's really interesting.
oh, absolutely. And there's so many brands out there that are hiring content creators and influencers to scale content for them.
Mm.
Um, so that's another interesting thing, because you also hear a lot of terms like content creator being thrown around, influencer. I think blogger has kind of like died down because people don't really read blogs as much as they used to.
Yeah.
Uh, well, more all about video now and like short form content. Even like long form content is making a comeback, given that like TikTok is increasing its watch time, or it's like, duration. Um, so yeah, I'd say a lot. And then another key takeaway is the fact that static image is not, is not as prioritized as it used to be. And people
Mm.
like are needing to show their personalities. Because and also I have like mad respect for video content creators, because it's so much more time consuming and you have to like
Oh,
be on
yeah, totally. It's full on,
editing
isn't it?
and all that.
I know.
I'll be
And
honest.
I'm always like, everyone's like, it's fine. You can just show up with, natural. And I'm like, no, I can't. I need some hair and makeup going on if I'm going to be on video.
Right. No, exactly. But yeah, no, like the fact that people can make lucrative careers out of this, like,
Yeah.
um, quite frankly, like for me, even though it was always like it used to be always a side gig,
Hmm.
but I always had like a full-time job on top of doing it. But then I learned to branch off, and also, even though I had like the the foundation of my career was tech sales and create content and like social
Mm.
media, but I learned to, because I was like trying to get out of tech sales, I leveraged my hobbies to get into full-time marketing roles. And then
Yeah.
there, I've for like I've been freelancing for quite some time now, where I work on brand campaigns, and I also consult other brands and companies on their social strategies and influencer marketing programs. And like I want people to know that this, I mean, it really can make a lucrative career. Like I bought my first home like 3 years ago. Like the fact that you can truly make a lifestyle that you want out of
Mm.
this. There's no limit. I mean, of course, it's like so glamorized. Like there's so much blood, sweat, and tears behind it. I mean, no blood,
Yeah.
but like,
Yes, definitely.
like people, there is so much opportunity, and even though it's so saturated, there's room for everyone.
I love that so much because that was going to be my next question to you. Like, because it does feel like, and I don't know, I never know if it's because I'm in it that I feel like there's so many, or whether there are just genuinely so many creators and influencers now. But to
Right.
know,
Definitely
like,
both.
yeah, true, true. So yeah, I was actually thinking that, like, do you think that there's opportunity for people who like, are stuck in this corporate day job and they want to start a career as a creator? Do you think that there's still room for that?
Oh, absolutely. There's room for everybody. And there's a niche for everyone. Like you can be somebody who like only eats sweet potatoes and you know how to make every kind of dessert imaginable out of sweet potatoes, and there's an audience for that.
Yeah. I love that. It's like find out the thing that you love and create something around it.
Exactly. Because at the end of the day, like everyone, I remember Gary Vee had this quote. He's like, it's not about who does it first, it's about who does it best. And everyone,
Yeah.
like, how many more food bloggers do we have? How many more content creators for fashion and beauty and health and wellness do we have? Like, but everyone has their own, for instance, like, let's say you're a food blogger as well. Like how Danielle captures content is different from how Kimia captures content, and like the way we speak about it and so on and so forth. And like your angle could be like cooking and mine could be like restaurants or whatever. So the
Yeah.
opportunity is endless.